Tonight, from TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That one goes for 8 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen being chased out left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11 at the 41. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This is the tight end, Njoku. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
It's fourth
So
down.
unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on third down.
And ordinarily on third down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And now here comes Kansas City. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of
A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after one. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Inside the 20 before he's brought down.
complete.
12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown.
Don't stop that motor.
He was able to move around and found some vision to throw the football. And how about how he ended it? Boy, he had some zip on that throw.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to have an arm like that. Results in the touchdown here. Great play offensively. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0.
Chiefs 8, Jaguars nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Allen. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Jaguars.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
First and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
At the 35-yard line.
Throwing on second and 14. Allen, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On third and long, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
The Chiefs take over first and 10.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Second and 6.
From the 25, here's second and 6. And a give this time to the tailback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got room. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
8-0 our score with 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. James Robinson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The stop by
yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Rolling to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Complete to Travis.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
And a 1st down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
1st down, Kansas City.
On play action, they'll throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without...
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? But a lot of offenses say touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Get ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. This is Chenault on the receiving end. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10.
14.
So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
2nd and 6. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Forced out to his left. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Allen now looks to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. David Njoku, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Sliding out of the pocket and nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Flushed out right. Gets this one to Hill. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line.
36 on the carry.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Made by Miles Jack. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 35-yard line.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
22 yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Complete.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 from the 8. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
36 on the carry.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation. Flush to his right.
And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown.
Nice play, man.
Well, Charles, you said it after the 4th down stop. That's almost guaranteed points the other way, and that comes to fruition with the touchdown.
Well, the unnecessary risk did come back to haunt them, didn't it? End up getting those points that I predicted that they were going to give up because it's guaranteed points if you don't make that play.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points.
Conversion is successful and makes the score Chiefs 22, Jaguars 17. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over.
And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He was taken down by...
They'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, Allen. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
That's good.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
Ronald Jones.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
44-yard line.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
22. Jaguars 17.
From the 44, Allen. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Shedding the tackler that gives him some room. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worried about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the 4th quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Allen. And incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
Jacksonville.
Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
There certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that number 1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a pass is taken in by Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This one good for a first down, and also that is catch number 90 for him now on the season. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Hill, the intended receiver once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
And such a close game, a very big one. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go, ball on the 43. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The quarterback sacked.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. To try again after the sack. Allen, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in the second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Down and 14.
They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. And remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team. And he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in. But that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Makes the score, Jaguars.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. KC's offense ready to take over. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. It got his his man, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
1 yard.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this one is incomplete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown, Kansas City.
A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? That's you create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 2nd down, it's Robinson. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Down by Bobby Wagner. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 12.
Again, it's Robinson. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Watch out for Hill on the return. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Still time to go for the win, but they've got to get up and spike it quickly. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow. How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one, because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more.
The score, Chiefs 38, Jaguars 33. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by 5, 27 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Allen. And Jones has it over the middle. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Allen. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Allen to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Now they burn the timeout. And they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. Back to throw. Allen. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that